Hello, amazing people. Welcome back once again. Yeah, no, the Maraba. Today, I want to talk a little bit about how to be successful in Africa. Being successful in Africa is not difficult as we think, but you have to have a certain information that will help you to get there. It is the same thing applied to becoming rich or becoming wealthy. You have to have the right information about wealth, which will guide you to get there. For example, if you want to be a teacher, you have to go to school. You have to pass through SHS, go to training college, and become a professional teacher. If you want to be a pastor, if you want to also be a malam or imam, you have to sit and learn to become the pastor or the imam that you want to be. In everything, you have to have knowledge to get to the level that you want to get to. So the same thing apply wealth. For you to be wealthy, you have to have the knowledge. So for us to get to the level of financial freedom that we want, you have to acquire the necessary knowledge. So I want to outline some points that we must follow in order to get to the financial freedom that we want. So one, you have to have the right mindset. You cannot be negative in your mind and want to achieve positive into your life. It doesn't work that way. Think positive and you will attract positive things. But if you are negative, always you will be dwelling in negativity. So first thing is to change our mindset. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe our country, our continent, or wherever we find ourselves. We have to believe that we can be successful in whatever field that we are in. We have to believe that we can be successful in that field. You cannot be a best teacher if you don't have the right mindset to become one. The same thing, you cannot be a wealthy person if you don't have the right mindset. We have to think like the rich people or wealthy people. Wealthy people have the way they think. For example, they believe that they are responsible for everything that happens in their life. Babija unguru nusukana nteyeba biyalepuni. Whenever they find themselves in problem, they believe that they can handle it, and they will seek the right information, the proper knowledge to handle those issues. They don't sit and fold their arms and be hoping that things will get well. No, they don't do that. So the same thing, if you want to get to a certain level, you have to be accountable for everything. They don't give up when they fall. They always stand tall to fight back. They have courage. Nothing is breaking them down. There will be a lot of challenges, but they never give up. So you too should be thinking that and be having that right mindset. Secondly, we have to acquire the necessary skill. If you want to be imam, pastor, you have to go through. You have to learn the Quran or the Bible to become. So if you want to attain the financial freedom, you have to invest in yourself. You have to acquire the necessary or the right information concerning money or concerning wealth. You have to know about investment. You have to know about budgeting. You have to know about asset and liability. You have to be accountable of everything that comes to you and goes. And you cannot do those things if you don't have the right mindset. Especially if you are in Africa, you have to understand the way our systems are working here. Our systems are far different from the systems that are working outside. For instance, the systems that are working in America, Europe, and other places, and not in Africa. After you acquire the necessary skill, you have to write down your goals, where you want to be. You want to make 100,000 Ghana cedis this year, you have to write it down. You want to buy something, you have to write it down. You have to write it down and give yourself time and work very hard towards it. So goals will guide us to where we are going, where we are heading towards to, and it will guide us in our actions. If Amal Agus, it will ginger you not to give up. If you know what you are doing and you are working very hard towards it, definitely you will be successful. A lot of us are working hard, but because we don't have the financial literacy, that's why we are still poor. If you understand the things that brings money or the things that that takes away money, and we try to apply the principles of money, you will definitely know how to work hard to make it work for you. You work hard, when the money comes to you, what do you use it for? That one is another topic. So knowing what you want to achieve in your life, then you have to work very hard towards it and be disciplined. Don't let anything breaks you down. Either rain or shine, you have to still stand tall and work very hard towards your goals, and you will eventually achieve it, no matter what. If you fall down 1,000 times, rise up 100,000 times. Now, next point is seeking knowledge all the time, or improving our knowledge all the time. After you acquire the skill, don't remain there. Make sure you improve your skill always. Make sure you learn new things. New things always pop up. That's why we have new things every day, and they are being built upon the old things. So if you have some knowledge, you have to make sure that you improve that knowledge. Or if you have some skill, make sure you acquire more knowledge, or you should be reading all the time to improve what you have. Technology is all about applying or learning new knowledge and applying it. So you have to make sure that you learn continuously and be with the right people. If you want to get to a place, for example, if people are going to Accra and you too want to go to Accra, but you decide to follow those who are going to Bolgatanga, when will you get to Accra? The same thing apply here. If you want to be an entrepreneur, make sure you spend time with entrepreneurs. You spend time with businessmen, you learn from them, you take advice from them, you partner with them. If you want to be a footballer, you cannot be working with musicians knowing that they are not footballers. So if you want to be successful, make sure you are being surrounded by successful people. That's why I would recommend Obeng Darko and his books, his team, and many more. I would like to pause here until we meet again. Stay blessed.